Welcome to your CPM version of a 5-minute morning mobility routine. It helps if you have some blocks or some books or pillows with some of the stretches. Let's get started. First things first, we're going to go into a pike forward fold. Try to make sure you're breathing in and out of the nose. We're going to take this to a pike squat for 5 reps. Lower down as low as you can and rise up into a pike, stretch a little further. Then we lower down into the squat and up to the pike. Try to make sure you're breathing. It helps if you have a block. If you can't get all the way down, it's something to touch. And even when you're squatting, if you have a target, it makes it more doable to get lower. From here, we'll go to pike rotations, 5 reps each side. Again, make sure you're breathing and lengthening as you go from side to side. Here's the 4th. And the 5th. This is so good for the hamstrings, back of the legs, and the spine. Next up, we'll do some hip openers. Try to get your feet wider than your knees. Hands are behind you, and just let the knees and the thighs drop side to side. You'll feel this in some different corners of the hip flexor and hips. We'll go 5 each side on this. This is probably one of the best hip stretches you could do if you don't know what to do. One more for good measure. Next up, we're going to go a table rock. Hands are behind you. They can face away, fingers can face away from you or in front of you. Big key here is drive the legs into the ground so that you can get the hips as high as you can, ideally shoulder height. And then when you're up there, try to spread the chest and squeeze and elevate the hips. You'll feel this in the chest and bicep area. Great upper body stretch. One more for good measure. Next up, we're going to go to a cat stretch. Walk your hands in front of you. Lean back. Think about pulling your hips and your tailbone to the wall behind you. Gluing your palms into the ground or the mat and pulling and lengthening your spine and shoulders. You really want to feel this in that armpit area. Spend about 30 seconds here. Breathing will help a lot if you inhale deep through your nose and exhale through your nose or your mouth. Just about there. From here, we're going to go to a down dog. Again, spread the fingers wide on this and really press the palms through the mat. Think about shrugging your shoulders to your ears, pulling your hips up and back to the wall behind you. Then you want to straighten the legs and push the heels into the ground. This is a full body stretch here, about 30 seconds. Then we're going to walk the feet forward and walk the hands back, and we'll finish where we started in that pike stretch. This is a great way to start your mornings.